Good morning, Rice Business colleagues, alumni, and shareholders. Thank you all for being here today, and we hope you find value in our presentation. But before we begin, I'd like for you all to join me in a quick exercise. Quickly, close your eyes and imagine your last vacation, the last trip you took. Think about the country that you visited. Imagine the exact place that you stayed. And now think about what it took to make that decision for that location where you stayed. Now, when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. If you're like me and many of our guests who stay at D&D Hotel and Resorts, making a decision to choose a hotel is one of the most important decisions that you can make. As a board member and as a representative of D&D Hotel and Resorts, we're here to talk about the important components of cross-cultural business communication and the effectiveness of working with representatives to expand D&D Hotel Resorts to another market across the globe into 3 different countries. My name is Andrew. I'm one of the board members. I'm also a partner of David, who's also going to talk a little bit more about our expansion project and why it's important to think about the effectiveness of cross-cultural business communication when expanding into 3 different cultures. We thank you all for being here today, and we hope that you take away something from myself and our representatives who will talk about the language, culture, and the importance of how business decisions are made in other cultures. Thank you.
Thank you, Drew. We are so excited at D&D Resorts to be expanding internationally for the first time ever. When guests come and stay at any of our resorts, they can expect a welcoming and warm environment, and our employees can expect a great place to work. We understand that that means different things to different people around the world, and that's why we have hired 3 consultants from our 3 new countries of expansion to help us in guest relations, management style, and our hiring process in each of those countries so that we are delivering the experience that employees and guests expect when they stay at our resorts. So first, we'll go to Botha from Kazakhstan, and then Abby from China, and then Samia from India. And these are our 3 representatives. So Botha, would you be willing to tell us a little bit about what we can expect or what people would expect from us as we expand into Kazakhstan?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Today I'm here excited to talk about the business communication culture in Kazakhstan. I believe that knowing these nuances of cultural differences will set your company for success in Kazakhstan. First of all, relationships matter a lot. And before diving into business discussions, it's better to kind of spend time to build this rapport and personal connection with your Kazakh counterparties, whether it's your employees, your customers, or your long-term business partners. Before signing a long-term agreement or committing to a certain agreement with your company, Kazakh counterparts will probably invite you to their house to kind of greet you, to show you the hospitality, to introduce to their families and closest ones, and to know you better. So that's why it's highly encouraged to show yourself, to show if you have family, with your family, show the respect to the culture, and by doing that, you will build a strong rapport with your business partners. The second aspect that I want to touch on is Kazakhstan is located in Central Asia. As in other Central Asia, it is communication style tends to be more reserved and indirect. So it's highly recommended to practice your active listening skills during the meetings and also read between the lines. And make sure that you reconfirm your assumptions after the meeting or during the meeting in order to avoid these confusions. The third one is called language. It's very important. Kazakhstan has more than 120 nationalities. everyone have their own languages. But the official two language in the country is Kazakh and Russian. So we highly recommend you to have materials before the meeting in both languages to accommodate your customers and business partners. I would like to end my presentation with the short Kazakh word rahmet, which means thank you. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that these nuances will help you to grow your business in Kazakhstan, and we're really happy that you considered Kazakhstan for your future expansion. And passing on to my Chinese colleague to talk about China, Teoboda.
Hi everyone, welcome to China. China is a very important market for all kinds of businesses around the globe. In terms of management structure, maybe some of you already know that it's a very top-down society. Age, gender, and your seniority matters a lot. So when you walk into a conference room, make sure you say hi to the most senior person in the room first. Usually, you will be able to tell who this person is by looking at how other people interact with them. And then you want to address them not by their first name, but by the title. Let's say you don't call them, "Hey, Janet, it's a pleasure to meet you." You say, "Professor Janet Moore, I'm so glad to meet you today." And so in terms of the management structure, it's also important to know they don't like you to disagree with them in public. The most important thing for Chinese is to save face, to not lose face in front of their colleagues and their subordinates. So if you have disagreements, make sure you follow up after offline, one-on-one, more private setting. China is also a very relational-based and very indirect type of communication society. How that plays out is that when I'm sitting at the table with you, you can see me nodding and smiling at you, but by no means that I agree with you. It's really just a gesture that I hear you, keep it coming. But I can have all sorts of disagreement in my heart. And then when lots of deals are also done informally, I've been to dinner tables or tea house where the business deal wasn't even talked about. But the next day we got a green light because they want to trust you first. They want to see that relationship first. But also make sure when they strike a deal with you, you are expected to reciprocate. The next time when they need something from you, make sure you also deliver. Finally, in terms of hiring, there are industries that prioritize maybe male or people they already know or hire their family members. However, for a service industry like hotel, rest assured it's meritocracy, it's qualifications. They want to provide an exceptional service to their customer, the hotel guests. So that will make the way you do business much easier. Thank you. I'm going to hand it to my colleague from India.
We are glad that B&B Resorts and hotels have chosen India as one of their destinations to expand their hotel chains. As they say in Hindi, Vasudev Kutumbakam, which means the world is our family, and therefore we cannot wait the guests and people to experience Indian hospitality and culture. But before our owners of B&B Resorts and our dear shareholders, we would like to let you know some key aspects of the cultural differences in India that will help you navigate whether it be the customer relationships or how to deal with people in a business setting in India. An attribute that we highly value in India and that is projected in most of our actions is humility. And therefore, we would be very careful about our employees addressing the customers not by the first name, but as sir or ma'am. They should be very empathetic to the people coming from different regions who look differently, who dress up differently, and speak more than 22 plus languages across. They should feel like they're at home away from home. And therefore, when we welcome our guests, we basically fold our hands and say namaste, because we believe that God resides in the heart of each and every human being. Now coming to the business settings. In India, we generally follow an indirect style of communication, which means that we value our personal relationships even during in the business decisions as much as we value a business rationale. The relationship, the rapport between the two business groups is as important as much as probably the profitability, revenues, and all the other business aspects that we talk about. I hope that dear shareholders, you will gist of the communication style in India. And as we delve deeper into this expansion, we can always talk about more, and we're here to guide you. Over to the co-owner of D&D Resorts.
We are so grateful to our three representatives, both Abby and Samia, as they told us a little bit more about how people expect us to interact with them and communicate in each of their three countries that we're expanding into. That will help us not only in how we communicate with them, but also in how we interpret how they're communicating with us. To our shareholders, we're so excited for this international expansion, and we're just so grateful to have you along with us for the ride. Thank you very much.